Who will be the new James Bond? The casting of 007 has been a hot topic in the film world since Daniel Craig's departure. Now the director of the next film, Denis Villeneuve, is finally giving a clear answer. They want to stay true to Ian Fleming's original character in one key aspect. The new Bond must be British. In addition, the iconic spy is to be portrayed by a fresh face. They're reportedly looking for an unknown male actor around the age of 30. Quote, "Whoever it is has to look like he could kill you with his bare hands in a trice. From the moment you see him, that has to be readily apparent." The described profile rules out a lot of names that have been discussed among Bond fans in recent years. Most of them are simply too well known or too old. Fan favorites include, for example, Henry Cavill and Idris Elba. There's also been frequent talk about Spider-Man star Tom Holland and more recently Aaron Taylor Johnson. According to Deadline magazine, casting for the new Bond is not expected to begin until 2026. Director Denis Villeneuve is currently still busy with the production of Dune 3. Once that's completed, he'll shift his attention to James Bond. Filming is due to take place in 2027, with the theatrical release anticipated in 2028. What do you make of this decision? Do you think it's a good idea to cast a relatively unknown actor as the new Bond? Or should it be someone who has already proven their talent? Let us know in the comments. Misfortune on the set of the new Spider-Man. Production on Brand New Day has come to a halt. The reason? Lead actor Tom Holland was injured during a stunt and taken to the hospital. No other cast or crew members were affected. According to official reports, the actor suffered a concussion. So production is currently paused for a week and expected to resume on September 29th. In the meantime, Holland is focusing on his recovery. In addition to the lead actor, Spider-Man 4 will also feature Sadie Sink in an undisclosed role, along with Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner and John Barenthal as the Punisher. And according to the latest reports, Marvin Jones III has now also been cast in the role of Tombstone. The albino villain first appeared in the comics in the late 80s and is known as a feared crime boss. Spider-Man 4 is still scheduled to arrive in theaters on July 31st, 2026, hopefully without any further on-set accidents. The cast of the Harry Potter series has already sparked plenty of discussion, but now the creators are taking it a step further. This time, it's none other than Lord Voldemort himself, one of the most central characters in the Harry Potter saga. Hollywood insider Daniel Rickman reports on the type of actor being sought for this important role, and the details are likely to shock many fans yet again. Various candidates have been circulating online for quite some time now, including fan favorites like Cillian Murphy and Matt Smith. However, HBO doesn't seem to be ruling out even the most unusual ideas. Apparently, the network is considering both male and female actors for the role of Voldemort. This does seem rather strange to say the least. After all, the gender of Voldemort, aka Tom Riddle, is very clear. It would be a bold decision to simply gender swap the Dark Lord, especially given the controversies surrounding author J.K. Rowling. However, it's also conceivable that the character remains male but is still portrayed by an actress. In this case, we're likely in for a very unique interpretation of the iconic villain. But what do you think? Do you find it interesting that Voldemort could be played by a woman? Or would you rather see a more traditional actor for the role? Minus the nose, of course. And who would be the perfect casting choice? We can't wait to read your ideas in the comments. Following the success of The Batman, the planned sequel is undoubtedly one of the most highly anticipated superhero films. In an interview with Josh Horowitz, writer-director Matt Reeves has now revealed new details. He believes it's important that Bruce Wayne remains clearly at the center of the story. Based on this, he and his co-writer Mattson Tomlin have selected the new antagonist. The villain is meant to delve deeply into the protagonist's life and past. However, Reeves has not yet revealed exactly who the antagonist is. He did say, though, that it's something that, quote, has never really been done in a movie before. These statements naturally leave plenty of room for speculation. Hugo Strange is a conceivable option, for example. The Professor was one of the first villains to uncover Batman's secret identity. An appearance by Sophia Falcone, known from the spin-off series The Penguin, has been ruled out by Reeves, however. He confirmed that Emmy-winning actress Kristen Milotti is not part of the cast. Hopefully, more exciting details about the project will be revealed before its theatrical release. According to current plans, The Batman 2 has a release date of October 1st, 2027. K-pop Demon Hunters is the streaming sensation of the year. The Netflix hit is breaking one record after another. Now, we previously reported that all kinds of follow-up projects are already in the works. But now, a completely unexpected development has come to light. Apparently, the first spin-off is about to be released. It's a K-pop Demon Hunters short film. This was revealed in a document from the Motion Picture Association, which gives content ratings to completed movies before their release. In its latest bulletin, the MPA lists a movie titled Debut, a K-pop Demon Hunter story. The entry is categorized as an animated short. Sony Pictures, which was behind the original movie together with Netflix, is named as the film's distributor. It remains uncertain how the short film will be released. Netflix seems to be the most probable option again, but a theatrical premiere ahead of a Sony film cannot be ruled out either. Plot details have not been revealed so far. However, the word debut in the title suggests that it might be a prequel. Among the numerous projects planned for the franchise, a short film had already been mentioned. However, this doesn't necessarily have to be Debut, a K-pop Demon Hunter story. The Forbes portal suggests that this short film may have been in development for quite some time. According to the industry magazine Variety, the development of a K-pop short film was part of a program aimed at supporting emerging artists. It's possible that Debut, a K-pop Demon Hunter story, is related to this initiative. This would explain how the project was able to be completed so soon after the release of the original movie. We're eager to see when the short film will premiere. Following the MPA's review, it probably won't be long now. A new treat for horror fans. While The Conjuring 4 dominates the box office, the next chapter in the Insidious film series is also starting to take shape. The two lead actresses and the director for Insidious 6 have now been announced. And one thing's for sure, the team is leaning heavily on experienced horror talent. One of the main roles will be played by British actress Amelia Eve, known for her performance in the Netflix series The Haunting of Bly Manor, her major breakthrough in Hollywood. She'll be joined by Lynn Shay, who has been an integral part of the series since the very first film. The film will be directed by Jacob Chase, who previously directed the horror movie Come Play. He also co-wrote the script for the new project alongside David Leslie Johnson, who was responsible for penning the screenplays for the last 3 The Conjuring movies. As is typical for Blumhouse Productions, the plot is being kept under tight wraps, and filming is set to begin in the coming weeks in Australia, with Insidious 6 scheduled to open in theaters on August 21st, 2026. A few months ago, it was announced that a new Miami Vice movie was in development. Now, there's a release date and the first details about the story. The new movie is, of course, once again based on the cult TV series of the 80s. It centers on 2 undercover cops in Miami. A film adaptation directed by master director Michael Mann starring Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx was released back in 2006. According to industry magazine Deadline, the story of the new film will mainly be based on the pilot episode and the first season of the original series, and the focus will be on corruption and glamour in 1980s Miami. The choice of director is sure to appeal to many action fans. Miami Vice will be directed by Top Gun Maverick director Joseph Kosinski. Kosinski recently caused a sensation at the box office with the Brad Pitt film F1. The screenplay is written by Nightcrawler director Dan Gilroy, who also wrote some episodes of the acclaimed Star Wars series Andor. We're eagerly awaiting to see who will step into the roles of Sonny Crockett and Rico Tubbs this time around. The casting process is currently in full swing. Filming is scheduled for 2026, with the theatrical release planned for August 6, 2027. Red swimsuits, wide beaches, and dramatic rescue missions. The iconic 90s series Baywatch is being rebooted. A movie starring Dwayne Johnson already hit theaters in 2017, and now the franchise is making its return as a series. Baywatch was one of the most popular TV shows of the 90s, complete with plenty of drama and slow-motion scenes. David Hasselhoff and Pamela Anderson, in particular, shaped the show's iconic image. Now, the network Fox has ordered a first season of 12 episodes for the reboot, featuring an entirely new cast. It's been announced that the series is set for a, quote, modern-day comeback with contemporary trappings, tensions, and challenges. But of course, adrenaline-fueled rescue missions and the characters' relationships will also remain at the heart of the reboot. The release is planned for the 2026-2027 TV season. A prequel to the successful horror film Weapons is now officially in development. The title? Aunt Gladys. The occult expert will once again be played by Amy Madigan. Director Zach Cregger revealed that the idea for the prequel existed long before the theatrical release of Weapons. A planned storyline about her past was originally cut from the film. Now that very material will be brought to life in the prequel. Before that, however, Cregger will first devote himself to another major project, a reboot of Resident Evil. The adaptation of the legendary Capcom video game will tell a completely new story. As Cregger put it, "I am the biggest worshiper of the games, so I'm telling a story that is a love letter to the games and follows the rules of the games." Resident Evil will be released in theaters on September 18th, 2026. So we'll have to wait a bit longer for Aunt Gladys, assuming Cregger will direct it again. Get out the chainsaw! Renowned film studio A24 has reportedly secured the rights to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, though the deal has yet to be finalized. And it seems big plans are already in motion. Among them is a planned TV series adaptation involving actor Glenn Powell, although he will not be taking on a lead role. Exciting Texas Chainsaw Massacre projects have been in discussion for some time now. These include a film by The Strangers creator Brian Bertino, as well as a version of Leatherface developed by Taylor Sheridan. Jordan Peele has also expressed interest in the horror franchise on multiple occasions. The 1974 original is still considered a milestone in the horror genre. Made on a budget of just $140,000 US, the movie went on to gross around $31 million. In 1983, New Line Cinema acquired the distribution rights for the franchise, which was followed by 8 more films and numerous spin-offs across various media. In the context of the Emmy Awards, several updates were shared about HBO's flagship series. According to CEO Casey Bloys, the 3rd season of House of the Dragon is expected to premiere in early summer 2026. Filming is still ongoing and is scheduled to wrap in October. However, the wait is likely to be sweetened for Game of Thrones fans in another way. The spin-off series A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms will premiere in January 2026. It centers on a knight and his squire traveling through Westeros roughly a century before the events of Game of Thrones. The lead roles are played by Peter Claffey and Dexter Sol Ansel. Bloys also commented on the hit series Euphoria. Due to numerous delays behind the scenes, fans have now been waiting for a continuation for nearly 4 years. But there is good news. The upcoming 3rd season is expected to premiere in spring 2026. But the show's future beyond that remains uncertain. This is mainly due to scheduling conflicts. Since the show's debut, several cast members have become sought-after Hollywood stars, including Zendaya, Sydney Sweeney, Jacob Elordi, and Coleman Domingo. Animation fans have long been awaiting Frozen 3. Until now, there had been little information about the sequel to the popular Disney series. But that's changed. According to several insiders, a recent Disney event in Shanghai finally revealed the first details of the plot. Reportedly, a grand wedding is set to take place in Arendelle, with Queen Anna walking down the aisle and embarking on a new journey alongside Elsa. And what's more, a mysterious new member is expected to join the royal family. Anna and Kristoff's wedding doesn't come as a surprise. After all, the two got engaged at the end of Frozen 2. The real question here is, what's the deal with the new family member? The obvious assumption is that Anna and Kristoff are going to become parents. But what would be so mysterious about that? One thing is certain, we're in for an epic story. Director Jennifer Lee revealed some time ago that the story is so big and ambitious, it might require 2 movies. Disney CEO Bob Iger has also confirmed that Frozen 4 is already in the works. But let's take it one step at a time. Frozen 3 is set to hit theaters on November 24th, 2027. Director legend Martin Scorsese is back with a new film project, featuring a truly high-quality cast. The movie is an adaptation of Peter Cameron's novel What Happens at Night. It follows a married American couple who travel to a remote small town in Europe to adopt a baby. Along the way, they end up in a strange hotel inhabited by mysterious characters. In the film, the couple is portrayed by none other than Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence. Originally, Martin Scorsese was only supposed to be the producer, but now it's clear he'll be directing the movie himself. A release date has yet to be announced. The media world is on the brink of a potential mega merger. According to the Wall Street Journal, Paramount Skydance is planning to acquire Warner Bros. Discovery. And that's not all. Streaming giant Netflix is also set to be showing interest. Warner Bros. Discovery is one of the biggest players in Hollywood. with brands like Harry Potter, DC, HBO series such as Game of Thrones, and even sports rights like the NFL. If Paramount or Netflix were to take action here, it would completely change the power dynamics in the world of film and television. Now, this could mean some big changes for viewers. Streaming services like HBO Max and Paramount Plus might be merged. Or Netflix could gain access to legendary film and TV series libraries in a single move. So far, it's all speculation. Officially, neither Paramount nor Netflix has made a binding offer. But one thing's for certain. If either deal goes through, it would be the biggest shakeup in the media world since the Disney-Fox deal in 2019, and could determine where and how we watch our favorite movies and TV shows in the future. Recently, we got our first glimpse of Starfighter, the upcoming Star Wars movie starring Ryan Gosling. Now the filmmakers have shared more. A new set photo shows Gosling alongside his young co-star Flynn Gray. Director Sean Levy posted the image on his Instagram account along with the caption, "Somewhere in the Mediterranean Sea." That's where filming is currently taking place. Starfighter is a standalone Star Wars film, separate from the well-known Skywalker saga. It'll be set 5 years after the events of Episode 9. Alongside Ryan Gosling, Hollywood star Amy Adams and Rebel Ridge actor Aaron Pierre have also been cast. Other cast members include Mia Goth and Matt Smith. The movie is scheduled to be released on May 28, 2027. The popular coming-of-age show The Summer I Turned Pretty has just celebrated its series finale, but that's not the end of the story. Amazon has now surprisingly announced that the story will be concluded with a movie. The director will once again be series creator and author Jenny Han. According to her, there's another big milestone left in Belly's story that can only be told in a movie. The Summer I Turned Pretty has become a true fan favorite in recent years. Over 3 seasons, the story of the love triangle between Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah has garnered a lot of attention, especially among younger viewers. However, it's not yet known when the final movie will be released on Amazon Prime Video.